Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm Sarah. This is No BS Beauty. So today I wanted to update the brands I don't trust list. So I've done part 1 and part 2. I've got a lot of brands I don't trust. I've talked about them. I've talked about why I don't trust them. I'm adding 4 new brands to the mix, and these are being added to the list of brands with the likes of Mario Badescu hiding steroids in your moisturizers. Never a good thing, especially when people find out you've been putting prescription steroids in their skincare, not telling them, and then they have issues for years coming off of it. Sunday Riley making their employees write fake reviews. Truly Organics, which was selling products that they claimed were organic, which were not organic, and packages them badly and marks up just leftover crap and adds color to it. I've also got companies like Mary Kay, Beauty Counter, which was a MLM, Halo by Tati, which was selling these kiwi seed vitamins that would get rid of your acne. Keep Cool, they don't exist anymore, so I guess I did something right. Dr. Lara Devgan brand, which was just a white label dupe crap for $300. Kylie Skin Lime Crime, Grace and Stella Goop. So I'm adding to that list. And if you haven't watched those other videos, be sure to check them out because you want to support brands that you want to give your money and support to companies that you trust. And there may be a reason for some of these not to trust them. So, okay, so I'm adding 4 new brands. So first one I'm going to start with is Then I Met You, which I have reviewed this product actually glowingly. This is a Renewing Rich Beauty Cream, which was a nice thick moisturizer cream. And I noticed it stood out from the rest of the brand's products in that it didn't have any fragrance or scent to it. The brand has a toner, cleanser, a serum, all which had a little bit of fragrance in them, but didn't make them unpalatable or unusable to me. They were just lightly scented. But for some people with super sensitive skin, that's a no-go. So then they come out with this one. I'm like, wow, this is great. It has no scent. It's got really good ingredients. You know, it's not ridiculously expensive. It's not cheap, and I don't love the packaging, but otherwise it's good, right? Okay, so come to sometime this year, they launch at Sephora. Okay, interesting. So they're at Sephora now. Great. Okay, that's nice. So then I look at the ingredients list because I'm going to talk about this product again. And I notice the ingredient list at Sephora is different than the ingredient list on the box I received when I purchased this from the brand on Soko Glam last year. Okay, interesting. There's an issue. Sephora's got their own ingredient list, right? So I pull up a couple websites and yeah, Sephora's wrong. But then I go to the brand's website and I see the same ingredient list that Sephora has listed. Now I'm like, did they change the formula? They must have changed it. I didn't realize it, right? So I emailed the brand. What's going on? I reviewed this. But I noticed now on 2 places where you're selling it, the ingredient list is different than the other sites are selling it at. What's going on? Did you change the formula? We didn't change the formula. Actually, the Korean labeling laws changed. So we had to disclose that, yes, they have added fragrance to this. It has no scent, but it does have fragrance ingredients, which makes me a liar then. Well, I guess that's lying by, well, I didn't even lie by omission. I just lied by trusting the brand, and which is why when it comes down to it, really, I guess at this point, trust but verify, trust no one. I don't know. When it comes to money, people will do anything to make a buck, and that's become obvious. So this does have fragrance. It has no scent, but it is not fragrance free. They're not the same thing. So unfortunately, I may have misled people without knowing it, and it's pretty crappy of the brand to do that. So the Korean labeling laws change, which is why you may notice some products have different ingredients than you thought you knew about. So that was an eye-opening experience. So I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. Well, I guess I could throw this pretty far, but anyway. Okay, next up is Ultraviolett. I have talked about them in a few videos. It's really not being discussed, this sunscreen scandal going on. So I'm kind of surprised it's not being discussed, but now I figured out why it's not being discussed, because basically everyone else that's not discussing it or still providing glowing reviews for this brand is because they are being paid by them, and maybe you know it or maybe you don't know it. But odds are, If there's a huge influencer you watch and they have got glowing reviews for this brand still, obviously probably means that they have been bought by the brand. This brand sunscreens have come under big fire. If they were tested in Australia by a nonprofit, the Therapeutic Goods Association. Choice. Sorry, Therapeutic Goods is their association and their government. Choice was a third nonprofit, third party that came in and tested a bunch of sunscreens. They're kind of a consumer watch group, action group. So they tested a lot of ultraviolet sunscreens, and one of them came in between 5 and 7 SPF when they were claiming 50. And instead of taking any accountability or initiative, Ultraviolett went on blasting, shaming, blaming this Choice group, and really sent their attack dogs after me for mentioning, yeah, this is a red flag. Something's going on with this. If you're using this, don't use this. If you're thinking about buying sunscreen, don't buy Ultraviolett right now. It's not good right now. Wait until more testing is coming up. So yeah, thanks for all your comments, guys. But yeah, you're not going to shut me up because I've never taken $1 from you, and I've never taken a free product from you ever, so I can say whatever the heck I want to. And yeah, at this point, I would not buy this brand. I don't know what will happen. But yeah, so they also came under it as woman shaming since they're a woman-founded brand. So interesting. Yeah, so odds are if you're not hearing about it, this is because they've paid off a lot of people or come after people for not saying what they wanted them to, and I'm not going to fall in line. So anyway, I don't trust them. Don't give them $1 if you can help it until we know more. Maybe it'll come out as okay, but I have a feeling it's going to get more interesting before we find out more, because every day there's more and more. If you subscribe to my newsletter, read my newsletter this week, I've got more articles about it. There's more and more coming up. And it may not even be Ultraviolett's fault. However, their response to the criticism is wrong. Their response should have been, geez, this is a red flag. We're going to recall it, or we're going to keep it off the market and do some research. But instead, they didn't do that, and instead they came out on the attack, which was the wrong way to do it. Keep cool learned during the K-Beauty sunscreen scandal. Keep cool learned. Don't come after everybody. They don't exist anymore, and that was their attack. That was their plan. Keep cool. Instead of taking any accountability, they start blaming anybody that was mentioning it, and they don't exist anymore. So maybe in a year, we won't even know Ultraviolett ever existed. I don't know. We'll find out. Another brand, Naked Sundays, they have also been implicated because they share the same base formula. And FYI, these two brands are using white label products. They claim to be sunscreen brands, but they don't even manufacture it themselves. It doesn't even sound like they know much about sunscreen, to be honest. So these are just really expensive products with dupes that are $10. So if you're using these, there's dupes out there that are $10, but you don't want a dupe of these because they didn't do very well in the testing. Yeah, so this one also did terrible and is using some of the similar base formulas. And it may be a zinc supplier is what this comes down to. The brands may not have known, but anyway, Naked Sundays kind of skated under it for a while. Now they're finally being called out, and these formulas are available in the US and Australia. So keep your eyes peeled. Okay, the fourth brand. This one's a little random, but I don't like what they're doing. So It Cosmetics, they sell a lot of different foundations. I have one friend that uses their foundation for their makeup and their sunscreen. I have tried to get her to use sunscreen. She won't do it, but she trusts this as her sunscreen because it says SPF 50. And they've got 4 or 5 different formulas, probably 6 or 7 different formulas with sunscreens in them, right? Okay, no problem. This is my problem I came into. So I was at TJ Maxx a couple weeks ago shopping, and I saw these in the box at TJ Maxx. The boxes are sealed. You can't open them. The box has no batch code on them and no expiration date on them. So they're reselling their old inventory at TJ Maxx to unsuspecting customers that may be buying this for the purpose of sunscreen. And it's possible they're expired. I don't know. I should have bought it and opened it up, but you can't tell through the box if the sunscreen is expired or not. And honestly, I've seen some of their batches. They have no expiration date on some of them. So it's interesting that people are buying this for sunscreen. They're reselling it. And at best, say that sunscreen isn't expired, you're going to get, it's old stock. They're not fresh. Especially mineral sunscreens, when they become expired, they are done is what I've heard. Whereas some chemical sunscreens may lose a little bit of efficacy, But certain mineral filters, when they're done and expired, they're done and expired. They don't offer any benefits. So I don't like seeing brands selling their old stock this way, unless they have some way to verify that the sunscreen is still good in it. I don't know, but people could be dropping 10, 15 bucks or buying multiples of them to get them through a year or two and end up with no real protection. So I don't know. What does this one brand use? What does this use? Mineral or chemical sunscreens? This one uses mineral. So yeah. So that puts them in the realm of, I don't trust them. Maybe buy new stock, but if you're using something for sunscreen, it's best you don't mess around with it. Buy something fresh, buy something you trust, and buy from a brand that's reputable. At this point, I wouldn't trust It Cosmetics, Naked Sundays, or Ultraviolett. So yeah. Anyway, curious if there's any brands you don't trust, or if you have any thoughts on the video, leave a comment below. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys more tomorrow. Okay, bye guys.